A very good day and welcome to Edith. My name is Neer and today we'll be talking about cruise ship agencies. What are they? Where are they located? Some basic information about them and some myths that the crew member has to remember while dealing with one. So let's get started. Well, the United States Center of Disease Control has eased out the restrictions on the operation of the cruise ship companies sailing in US waters. They have come up with few measures, instructions that these cruise liners have to follow to uphold the sanitation and hygiene policy while they are sailing in US waters. With the hope that these cruise liners abide by these measures and instructions given by the CDC, we can expect most of the cruise liners must have started sailing by the end of this year. Now, for those candidates who are in their last year or have passed out their graduation or are already a part of a 4-star or a 5-star operations and are planning to move to get into the cruise line business, cruise ship agencies are the only way in. And it is very crucial for all the candidates to understand that as to how and from where do these agencies operate. I have been catered by 3 different agencies and my experience with them has been a balance of good and bad. So it is upon every crew member to find a good agency for themselves. Well, the first and the most basic questions. What are cruise ship agencies? In broader terms, cruise ship agencies एक कंपनी के representative offices होते हैं एक शहर में या एक देश में जो उन companies को crew related सारे matters में assistance provide करते हैं. Well, this assistance can be categorized into 4 different parts. Number 1 is the preliminary interview, number 2 is the paperwork assistance, number 3 is the ground reporting, and number 4 is tracking of the crew member or the family in case of emergency. Imagine a cruise ship company that is based in the United States or the Europe. You can't expect their top bosses or the HR managers to come down to India for the sake of interviews. This is where the cruise ship agencies come in. They are responsible of organizing preliminary interviews either at their office or a campus of a college or university, interviewing around 20 to 50 people at a time and hand-picking those 5-6 resumes to send back to the head office. Passport, Siemens book, STCW course, medical and sign-on documents. These are the 5 set of documents that any crew member needs to sail aboard a ship. It is a cruise agency's job to not only assist their crew member in procuring all these, but also to make sure that they are authentic. Now, there might be something happening in your city that is slowing down your passport process, slowing down the completion of your STCW course, or some kind of bigger event that has actually made the airport shut down so that you cannot fly. It is these ground reports that the agency has to update the company upon. Now, you as an experienced crew member might have developed a good rapport with the top bosses back in the head office, but it is the authentic report from these cruise ship agencies that have more weightage at any given point of time. Now, there might be an unfortunate incident faced by the family back home or the crew member on board. In this case, we can't expect the cruise ship company to get in touch with the family directly. The cruise ship agencies hence come forward and become a bridge between the company and the family in case of emergencies. Now, before you start dealing with these cruise ship companies, there is some more information that you need to know. Number 1 is the licensing. How authentic is the company that you are dealing with? RPSL, which is Recruitment and Placement Services License, is the license under which these agencies operate. This is mandated by the Director General of Shipping and authorizes these agencies to carry out sign-on and sign-off procedures here in India. Once they apply for this license, they get a specific code for their company and can be accessed on DG Shipping websites. I will leave 2 links in the description box for you. Number 1 is where the DG Shipping lists out all the authentic agencies registered in India, and number 2, all those agencies with expired RPSL numbers, something that you need to stay away from. Well, the second thing that you have to remember with regards to these cruise liners is that for almost all the top cruise liners companies in the world, there are 2 agencies here in India. So if for any reason you are not comfortable or don't want to approach one particular agency, there is always an alternate available. The next thing that I want you to remember, and this especially goes out to all the freshers who want to give interview in these agencies. All the agencies in India are registered by somebody who has a very good experience at sea, basically the captains. However, not all the staff members who work in these agencies have exposure to the ship life. Now this was the case until a few years ago, where most of the cruise ships agencies actually started hiring people who have worked on ships. They know which questions to ask, they know how to filter a particular person, they know how to gauge a person's knowledge, and they know almost everything that is need to know for that particular job profile, making it a bit more challenging for somebody who has not prepared for the interview. Well, let's talk about the agencies now. In India, we have two kinds of agencies. Number one, that is owned by the cruise liner itself, and number two, that works as a hiring partner for these cruise liners. First, you have to decide which company you want to work for and then choose the agency. Well, I'm just handpicking a few of these companies to tell you exactly which agencies take care of their recruitment process. So let's get started. Oceania Cruises, Regent Cruises, Norwegian Cruise Line, or any other cruise ship company that is catered by Apollo Group has three agencies in India. We have Rohi Global, we have KAMAXI, and we have Airborne. Viking Cruises are also assisted by Airborne and KAMAXI here in India. Furthermore, Airborne is also the hiring partner of Disney Cruises here in India. One of the other top cruise liners, the Italian Silver Sea, is assisted by RC Manning because it's part of the RC group now, and by the INDUS when it comes to their hiring requirements. While the top-notch Crystal Cruises is also assisted by INDUS for their hiring requirements. The Royal Caribbean Cruise Liners and the Celebrity Cruise Liners both are assisted by RC Manning Private Limited and Hiren International for their recruitment requirements. The one-of-the-kind The World cruise ship, where the passengers actually own the suite that they stay in, is assisted by Hiren International here in India for their requirement with regards to recruitment. MSC, Mediterranean Shipping Company, have their own MSC house here in India that assists the company with recruitment and any other assistance required for the crew. Now that you have started working on your favorite cruise liner and have an assigned agency, there are a few myths with regards to these agencies that you need to remember. Agencies own the crew. This is one of the most baseless argument ever given by a cruise agency. The reason why I'm sharing this with you because almost a decade back I was a victim of this kind of behavior from one of my agents. The way I was spoken to was so unprofessional that I actually had to go ahead and change my agency. The second myth is that the agency controls the hiring and rehiring of a particular crew member. Yes, it is true that the agency is the one in charge of doing the preliminary round. In most cases, when the agency is well trusted, they are also in charge of doing the final interview of that particular candidate. But there have been instances where the agency has been seen holding on crew member's CV and his or her documents for a span of 2 years after promising a particular position. Now, of course, there are operational needs in which a ship would ask the agency to hold on to the application, but there are always ways to understand if an agency is holding back your application. In this case, it is always advisable to get in touch with the company directly and ask for the status of your application to get a better idea. The third myth is that you cannot change your agency. I guess we have covered this particular topic already in this video. There are a number of agencies catering to a particular company, and it is always alright for you to go ahead and change the agency. There is no hard and fast rule that you have to stay with the same agency throughout your tenure for that particular company. However, the changing of your agency requires certain kind of paperwork, usually which is done on board itself, but depends upon the company. Please get in touch with your company HR or the training manager, if any, in case you wish to change your agency. There is always a career tab on each of these cruise liner websites that gives you the opportunity to see what kind of recruitment do they actually have, and also sometimes give you an option to apply for the same online. Having said all of this, it is still crucially important for any crew member to have a good agency. Now, what is a good agency? Somebody that updates you, somebody that keeps a clear communication, that does not hide any information from you, somebody that keeps you posted of all the updates and developments with regards to your employment, especially in the case of emergency or during the hard times just like COVID. Also either knows the answer to all the questions asked by the crew member or gets back to the crew member with the correct answer in a timely manner. Now hopefully once we settle down after the pandemic, you will start getting emails and phone calls with regards to job offers on cruise ships. Remember the hiring partners that we have discussed in this video, and I'll be also leaving all the details of all the agencies that I've spoken about in the description below. However, there is one more way we can actually understand if a particular email is an actual job offer or a scam. Most of the companies these days on their official website assist the crew members with a scam email address. This is the email address which is managed by the company's recruitment agencies, where they request you to forward those emails that you have received in terms of job offer. If the offer is legit, they will let you know, but if it's a scam, they will let you know faster. In this way, they'll help you to stay away from scams and get through their actual hiring partners to welcome you on board. I hope my video here today has helped you to understand what are the different types of agencies that we have, their names, their addresses, and how to gauge which one is the best for you. Thank you so much, and you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.